Some desserts are surefire crowd pleasers at both the dinner party level and the leftovers level, and this humble apple crisp, or apple crumble as we call it in the UK, is definitely one of them. This recipe is grain-free, it's fully plant-based and vegan, and this year, to keep it lower in carbs, I've actually added a secret healthy ingredient to the filling. You guys are not going to believe what it is. What's up, Metabolic Living family? It's Bella here, the lead nutritionist and recipe developer at Metabolic Living. Welcome to our channel. If I haven't met you yet, so glad you're here. Let's dive straight in and get cooking. So for this recipe, you are going to need 2 tablespoons of grass-fed butter or coconut oil. You can actually use ghee here as well if you fancy it. And then moving on to our secret ingredient, we have 2 green apples, of course, and to keep this one lower carb, I've actually replaced the remaining 2 apples, what I would traditionally use, with 2 cups of zucchini peeled and chopped. Just trust me on this one, really delicious. You won't even know the difference. In this little jug, I have a 1/4 cup of fresh lemon juice. And then in this bowl, I have 1 cup of sweetener, so we're gonna be using it divided. So 1/2 cup in the appley bit and then 1/2 cup in the topping. And then on here, I have 1 teaspoon of cinnamon and a 1/4 teaspoon of nutmeg. And then in here, I have 1.5 cups of good old almond flour. And then over here, I have 1/2 teaspoon of cinnamon and 1/2 teaspoon of xanthan gum, which is gonna make our topping really lovely and delicious. So let's go ahead and get started. What you're gonna do is preheat your oven to 375 degrees Fahrenheit, nice and toasty. Then you're going to grab a large cast iron skillet like so. Now you can do this in a baking dish if you fancy, or in a saucepan, but I just prefer to do it in a skillet because it's minimal mess. You can just do 1 pan and that just does the whole apple crisp. It's pretty fabulous. What you're gonna do is start off by popping in your 2 tablespoons of coconut oil. Again, you can use grass-fed butter or ghee, whatever takes your fancy. Coconut oil, of course, if you are dairy-free or vegan, is gonna be the choice for you. So 2 tablespoons in there, and then you're gonna pop in all of your apple and your zucchini. So just pop it onto the bottom, make sure it's filling up the pan nicely. Pour over your lemon juice. And then lastly, we're gonna add 1/2 of that sweetener. So 1/2 cup is going in at this time. Beautiful. Give it a little bit of a stir. So I should probably note what sweetener I'm using. I've actually used the Low-Carb golden monk fruit sweetener. It's a really great low carb sugar alcohol to use. Very gentle on the stomach and really just provides a really fantastic flavor here. So highly recommend that. And then you're also gonna put in your cinnamon and your nutmeg. So pop that in with the apple and zucchini. Give it again a little bit of a stir, just make sure everything is combined. You want every single apple to have some nice flavoring on, and zucchini, of course. Gorgeous. Then you're gonna pop this over a low to medium heat, and you're gonna let it kind of stew for about 5 minutes, just until the zucchini and the apple soften and those flavors really infuse in there nicely. So I'll meet you guys back here in 5 minutes. Alrighty, this is straight off the hob. It smells absolutely amazing, definitely like fall. Anyway, popping it off to the side, we're gonna make our crumble topping or crisp topping, whatever you fancy calling it. Let's pop that off to the side, grab a nice large bowl, and we're gonna add all of our dry ingredients. So popping in that almond flour, the rest of your sweetener of choice. Again, I'm using the Low-Carb golden monk fruit. And then I'm adding my cinnamon and my xanthan gum. And then what you're gonna do is grab a wooden spoon and just give it a stir to combine. Don't know about you, but I just love these cinnamony flavors. And then you are going to add, oh, mine's spilling everywhere. So 1/2 cup of coconut oil or grass-fed butter, popping that in there as well. And then again, using that wooden spoon, just kind of stir it together to create a crumble. It's not gonna be like one big thing, it's just gonna be like little crumbs, because that's exactly how I like it. So just giving it kind of a stir until some little clumps form together. You guys hopefully can see this here. Just kind of loose crumbs. Awesome. Then really, really simple, what you're gonna do is grab that skillet again here. Still really quite warm. And then you're gonna pop your crumble on top, just pour it on. Make sure you get it all. There's nothing worse than like half crumble. Like I don't want the apple to be showing, I need it to be nice and covered. And then smooth it out over the top, making sure you are covering all the apple. And our little secret ingredient friend over there, looking gorgeous. All right, then what you're gonna do is pop this into your preheated oven for about 20 minutes or until it goes a really gorgeous golden brown on the top. You may even see some like bubbles coming through, just really nicely cooked. So go ahead and pop it in, and then we're gonna come back here and tuck in. All right, and here it is, an absolutely delicious apple crisp or crumble, whatever you fancy calling it, packed with a secret ingredient, zucchini. Who'd have thought? I promise you, you won't even realize it's in there. It tastes absolutely delicious. The apples and the zucchini have almost caramelized at this point. The top is a really gorgeous golden brown. It's crunchy, it's sweet, it's delicious, and this is, I promise you, the perfect dessert to feed your family, guests, or really just yourself if you fancy it. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this recipe. Thanks so much for hanging out with me today. Please make sure that if you did like this video, you give it a thumbs up, and also hit the subscribe button on our Metabolic Living YouTube channel. We would love for you to be a part of our family. Thanks so much for hanging out with me today. Have a wonderful day, and I will see you all very, very soon in the next recipe video.